Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. Today I'm finally getting to covering the news that IGN is dropping for Jedi um, Survivor, the Star Wars game that's coming out in 1 to 2 months, I think. Two. Yeah. Um, they dropped a bunch of stuff. They're going to be continuing to drop a bunch of stuff for the rest of the month. Uh, I've been very behind on this stuff. So let's get into it. But first, a quick reminder that I'm sponsored by Parker's Energy Drink. They have great drinks to help you stay awake, fall asleep. So if you need help getting up in the morning, don't like coffee, don't want to buy Monster or Red Bull, try Parker's Energy. They have shaker cups, stickers to help you customize said shaker cups. Click the link down below. Use my code BEARBARREL10 for 10% off your order. It's 10%. You can't beat that. A good action game lives and dies by the strength of its combat. True, but combat mechanics are just one part of the equation. Equally important are the enemies that put those combat mechanics to the test. And so, one of the things that I was most curious about during my visit to Respawn was the enemy design of Star Wars Jedi Survivor. Fortunately, I had design director Jason D. Harris, I'm sorry if I butcher these names, and production design director Kasumi Shishido to walk me through a handful of new enemy types that are determined to stand in the way of Cal Kestis. I'm going to be putting the pictures like here and there throughout the video, but the designs of these droids are beautiful. Early on, the team at Respawn knew that they wanted to incorporate more droids into the fold as far as enemies go. And true enough, there are tons of droids to fight against in Jedi Survivor, from the weak fodder like Roger B1 battle droids to the formidable droidicas, also known as the cool roller droids from the prequel movies. According to Shishido, droids give the team much more freedom when it comes to what they can do and what types of weapons they're able to use. Let's individually check a handful of these droids and talk about what went into their design. The classic B1 droids. They were hilarious in the Clone Wars series. The B1 droids covered the role of the fodder enemy archetype on the planet Kodo. I think that's how you. They're as weak as can be, falling to such a single saber slash or reflected blaster bolt, but they're usually found in large groups and can still be a dangerous threat thanks to their range and their tendency for hitting cow while they're off screen. Yay. Most notably, though, their banter is hilarious. Respawn has really upped their game in Jedi Survivor when it comes to amusing enemy conversations. So while it may be tempting to just wipe them out with a single force push, exercise some restraint for a few moments to let their dialogue play out, and you'll be rewarded with a good laugh. I'm not gonna lie, I think the very first time I come across a B1, it's over. It's hope it's lived a long life. Cause it's done, son. It's done. Now the B2 battle droids. Now we're getting into the more difficult enemies. The B2 battle droids are the bruisers of the droid family. They take a fair amount of hits to bring down and can pack a heavy melee punch while also being armed with both a blaster and missile launcher to deal damage from afar. There's certainly no pushover, but fall in this really nice spot where once you learn to time parries on their melee attacks, reflect their blaster shots, and always be on the lookout to force pull their missiles, they become much less of a threat. Now, the BX droids, also known as the commando droids. If you've seen the Clone Wars, you know they're gonna be a bitch. BX droids are among the most agile droids and will surely put your melee combat skills to test, as they will regularly parry your attacks and execute multi-hitting spin techniques, while also leaping around the battlefield and being an elusive target. So basically, they're robotic ninjas. These droids have canonically been shown to use vibro swords and go up against Jedi, which, according to the team, really gave them a perfect mid-level enemy that can go toe-to-toe against Cal without feeling too fragile. So, if you thought the B2 being the brutes was gonna be tough, nah. If you thought the commando droids were gonna be tough, nah. Because now we're going into the droidicas. Yay. You may know them more colloquially as destroyer droids or those rolling droids from the prequels, but they're usually called droidicas. I didn't get a chance to face off against these in my own playtime, but from what I was told by design director Jason D. Harris, fans should expect them to behave as you'd expect from the movies and shows. They've got bubble shields. That's classic to the IP, so you know we have to use that. We have to find a way to make that into the design. So they've got the bubble shield. They roll. And they actually incorporate that into their melee, so you can't just stun lock them forever. Gotta say, out of everything I expected to fight in this game, Droidicas was at the top. They were at the top of the list because they're so iconic. Bad timing, car. And now the droid that I'm actually scared to fight, the IG-100 Magna Guard. Oh my god, I'm scared to fight these. The IG-100 Magna Guards are highly formidable enemies that anyone who's a big fan of the Clone Wars series should immediately recognize. They are highly skilled. Fuck. They are General Grievous's elite bodyguards, and as such, they are highly skilled melee warriors and can give a Jedi a run for their money. D. Harris describes the Magna Guards as a superior elite type of enemy that can be offensive, defensive, counter you, and attack in weird rhythms to try and throw your own counters off. So basically, they took these droids are basically if the commando droids and the B2s had a baby. Now we're getting into a human um, enemy, the Shield Trooper. The Shield Trooper was born from a simple need. The team wanted a Scout Trooper that survived a little bit longer, but as with just about every enemy in Star Wars Jedi Survivor, there are several ways to bring them down. You can hack away at their shield with your lightsaber and eventually knock it away, but after but that would make you vulnerable to other enemies surrounding you. You could try to maneuver around it and slash its back, but they're generally pretty good at tracking you, and you'd have to find some way to distract them. The ideal way to deal with them, though, is to hold down your force pull, yank their shield away, then Captain America it right back at them. If I hope someone, when they do that, they say, I could do this all day. One person, me. I'm one person. Star Wars Jedi Survivor is full of moments like this where you can use your force abilities in ways that make sense to gain an advantage in combat without explicitly being told to do so. DT Sentry Droids. Oh my god. The impetus for the DT Sentry Droid was that the team needed a big boot enemy, and so Respawn turned to Jedi turned to Star Wars Rebels and found this guy. One of the things that was really appealing about the DT Sentry Droid was as an enemy was that they could have different loadouts, and so there are three variations of this enemy that you'll do battle with. One might have a staff and a missile, another might have a hammer, and another might come equipped with a blaster. Shishido said that the fans of Rebels and the Bad Batch should understand how menacing these droids are, and that the first moment you encounter them will be a real oh shit kind of moment. D. Harris also added, I swear to God. D. Harris also added that these are one of the few droids where you could hack off one of its limbs and it still come at you, with its combat capabilities impacted by the loss of a limb. So if you hacked off a leg, this tough SOB will still hop towards you. Think of it like Deadpool. And we have a returning. We have a returning character. We have a returning. I'm gonna lose my mind. A returning character, the KX security droid enforcer, appeared in Fallen Order, famously as that droid that likes to grab and chokeslam you. The amount of times I got chokeslammed by those damn droids. This particular variant, however, will not be doing any chokeslams as they now come equipped with a stun baton. Yay. Whoopsies. The weapon of the scout troopers. The story behind that is that these droids were used as the trainers for scout troopers, and thus are basically 3 times as dangerous as a scout trooper would be. Oh my god. D. Harris said that they wanted to make KX Droid in Survivor a brawler type of enemy that could block and counter, and that they had thought about making it a hybrid style of enemy that could also grab you, but that mixing archetypes like that often muddies the design. I completely agree. I completely agree. Make this kind of enemy its own thing while also resembling the other archetype without completely mixing them together. This is but a small sample size of the enemies that players can expect to encounter over the course of their journey in Star Wars Jedi Survivor. There are still all sorts of hostile wildlife that you'll encounter on the various planets, plus imperialists and other human factions like the Bedlam Raiders found on Kudo. It's also just a small part of our continuing coverage of Jedi Survivor, so keep on checking IGN all throughout the month of February for more. And that is the coverage video for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what droid you're thinking of. Like, what droid you think will be the toughest to take down? Is it the Droidica? Is it the Magna Guard, the commando droid? Or is it, for some reason, the B1 battle droid? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to try and catch up on the coverage videos. Maybe I'll do like a combination of some of the key points that they dropped. I'm definitely going to stream this when it comes out. The first game was amazing. This one is going to be even better. It looks beautiful. So thank you guys for watching. Take care. Click the link down below for 10% off your order. And may the force be with you. I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead.